Hey, so pet peeve. When there's always this statistic, and when people talk about eating disorders, they always say X amount of people with eating disorders, or 90% of people with eating disorders are women. And it drives me mad because I don't believe it. And my lived experience with my clients is that that's not true. I'd say that I have 50-50 male and female clients. So, what are you doing? The problem is that because treatment providers believe that the majority of people who suffer from eating disorders are female, it means that they do not see men with eating disorders. They're not on their radar. They're not looking out for it. A guy can walk into the GP office exhibiting disordered behavior, which looks different a lot of the times. A lot of the time, an eating disorder in a guy looks different behaviorally than it does in a girl. Not always, but a lot of the time. But because they believe that it's only women that get eating disorders, a guy can come into their office with a raging eating disorder and they don't see it. And for that reason, guys don't get diagnosed with eating disorders. And because guys don't get diagnosed with eating disorders, they are not in the statistics. And so that's why the statistics of people with eating disorders look like it's mainly a female problem. It isn't. Like I said, I see about 50-50. And whenever I talk to a guy who has an eating disorder, really rarely does that guy have a diagnosis of an eating disorder. And so that's how I know that they're not in the statistics. It's a little bit similar with even adults with eating disorders because, again, there's that idea that it's only teenagers that develop eating disorders. And so then a lot of the time an adult, female or male, will walk into the doctor's office and they're not looking for that. And so therefore they don't get a diagnosis. And so therefore they're not in the statistics. So it's a bit of a roundabout problem, isn't it? And it just drives me a little bit batshit crazy because I'm like, no. And if we actually started to look at it differently and look at it, it's just as easily going to affect a male as it is going to affect a female, then it would get reflected in the data. But because we have these stereotypes and biases, it's not in the data. Anyway, that's my pet peeve for today. Bye.